Kindly subscribe to the channel Cat 2 I am by Manoj Mahajan so that you don't miss out the XAT 2026 Quant Easy Solutions. This is part 2, already uploaded part 1. Kindly check your answers and do comment in the comment box. Are the answers same as what we are discussing, which you have solved in the XAT paper? So do join the Cat 2 IM information group. Do join the Cat 2 IM discussion group. Let's have a look of question number 6. Such a question could have been done in the XAT 2026. So it was more of making cases. And if you look over here, that we have to look for natural number solution. They're saying positive integers. That is the same thing. Over here, Z is cube, right? So we should have focused on Z first. So if I start with Z as 1, in that case, x plus pi square is equal to what? 50 minus 1 if I do, that would be 49. Now I should have focused on y over here. So my y is a positive integer. It will start from 1, 2, 3, I can have 4, 5, max 6 I can have. Because if I put y as 7, in that case 7 square is 49 and x would come out to be 0. So we have to calculate positive integer, that is important. So 0 is not a part of it. So correspondingly, you can calculate the value of x when y is 1, what will be x when y is 2. So in that case, x is coming out to be a positive integer. So just let's count how many solutions we have over here when z is equal to 1. There are 6 such solutions. Now put z as 2. So now you would find it was easy one to do it. Maybe students would have figured out a difficult one because they found the equation to be difficult, but it was actually a doable one in the XAT paper. So x plus y square is what? 50 minus 2 cube if I do, that is 8. So 42 I'll be having. So my y, if I again focus, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 6 solutions we'll have over here. Just one more case, we're going to have z is equal to 3 because if I put z as 4, this will become 4 cube, which is 64. And adding positive integers would definitely not add up to 50, right? So z is 3. In that case, x plus y square, if I look 3 cube, if I subtract from 50, so 50 minus 27 is what? 23. So of course, you can calculate the values of x, but let's focus on y. So y could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4. 5 square would cross 23. So 4 solutions out here. So total, if I add 6 plus 6, 12 plus 4, 16. So this should be the right answer. So if you have solved in the XAT paper, comment in the comment box. Are you able to get the same answer or not? So again, a doable one, but the presentation was slightly difficult. So maybe students would have skipped this question. Now, if you look this geometry question, so again, the entire XAT paper, if I look, was geometry dominated, right? But such a question can be answered if you have done the basic height and distance out here. So what is given to us in the problem, if I make the figure for all of you, the uh, how far did the archer move from A to B in feet if his eye level is at a height of 6 feet from the ground? So I'm assuming the archer to be at point A and the eye level is 6 feet out here. So is aiming a target placed on the top of a 56 feet tall tree, right? The base of the tree is at the point C. So let's say this is C, this is what, 56. So they're saying the angle of elevation to the target is what? So if I calculate over here, this would be 45. Now the archer facing the tree moves backward on the straight line joining the points A and C to a new position B. Let's say this is the position I have. Now from this point B, the angle of elevation, if I look again, we have to make it at the eye level out here. So 6 feet we have. Okay, so from here, if I look the angle of elevation over here, so this would be nothing but 30 given in the problem. So it's a easy right angle which they're trying to make over here. So if you look, it is 90, 45, 45. So you know that the ratio in the 90, 45, 45 triangle is 1 is to 1 is to root 2. So this entire was 56. So if this is 6, this would be 50, this much portion. So can I understand that this length will also come out to be 50 because it's an isosceles right angle triangle over here. So this length would be same as this length. So now what they are talking about is, let me name the points over here. Let's say this was D, this was E, this was F, let's say this was G. So EF we already got 50. Now the question is, how far did the archer move from A to B? So if we calculate the value of AB or maybe D would be same, right? So you can use the 90, 60, 30 triangle, and that's something which I keep teaching in my classes also. So this was also a doable one if the student could have figured out the easy ones in the XAT paper. So it was a test of your selection also that plays a vital role. So this is 30, this is 60. So we know that in the 90, 60, 30 triangle, the ratio is 1 is to root 3 is to 2. 1 is in front of 30, root 3 is in front of 60, and this is 2. So what we know over here is GF, that is 50. So this DF could be calculated, which would be 50 root 3. So this entire we got to know 50 root 3. So from here we have to subtract this AC, which is same as EF, which is 50. So 50 root 3 minus 50 should have been the answer. If I take 50 outside, I get root 3 minus 1, which is option D out here. So students should have been able to do this problem in the XAT paper. Okay, so this question requires some time for sure. And such a question we have done in the classes also. So it was a test of concepts basically. So you need to know the QA stuff so that you could answer the XAT questions out here. So a bit time taking, but yes, doable in the XAT paper as there is no issue of time out there. So this is what we have over here, and we have to figure out f of 2 comma 2. So when we do this, x plus 1 comma y, 2 can be written as what? 1 plus 1 comma 2. So what is x over here? 1, right? And what is y over here? 2. So what do I get? F of 1 comma f of 1 comma 2 plus what was x? 1. So I'm going to add this 1 over here. So first step would be to calculate what is f of 1 comma 2. Ultimately, we'll get the answer from this part. So we'll see how. So f of 1 comma 2, again, if I look over here, could be written as what? F of 0 plus 1 comma 2, correct? Which could further be written as what? F of. So it requires some patience for sure. F of 0, f of 0 comma 2 out here. And what was x out here? That was 0. So I'm going to add 0 out here, right? So next step would have been calculating what is f of 0 comma 2, which could be easily figured out from here. So when we use this 0 comma 2 f would be nothing but 2 plus 1, that is 3. So now if you go further out here, f of 0 comma, what is f of 0 comma 2? That is 3 out here. So let me put 3 over here. And f of 0 comma 3, again, if I use this, would be nothing but, so this is 4 coming out. So still the problem is not done. So we got f of 1 comma 2 is 4. So now if I look this part, this was f of 1 comma. What is f of 1 comma 2? That is 4. Let's put it over here. So this is what we have. So now finally we have to get f of 1 comma 4. So let's do it. So if I go again with this step over here, f of 1 comma 4 would be what, f of 0 plus 1 comma 4, correct? Which is f of 0 comma f of 0 comma 4 out here, correct? Plus if I look would be 0. So we have to now get f of 0 comma 4 out here. So from here we could figure out this would be 4 plus 1, that is 5. So now this could be figured out 0 comma 5 if I do. So it requires patience for sure. So this is f of 0 comma 5. So again f of 0 comma 5 if I calculate from here would have been what? 6. So what I got over here is f of 1 comma 4 is 6. So let's substitute over here 6 plus 1, that is 7. So 7 should have been the answer. So this could have been done probably if you had kept patience, and it requires some amount of time. And again, in the XAT, you had decent time to solve questions. So let's move to the next one out here. So again, a geometry stuff over here, which was there in the SAT paper, a slightly difficult one, especially to make the figure over here. So they are given something like this. So yeah, you can assume them to be circle out here. So let me just draw it again. So this is the figure 8. So each having 5 centimeter radius. 5 is my lucky number also. So you have a direct common tangent out here. This is the common point P. Let's say this is Q, this is R. So this is what we have, and inside the region PQR is spread by the two circles, and the tangent, a square ABCD, is inscribed. So it was difficult to draw the figure out here. This is what we could have looked forward, right? So AB base is where on the tangent. Okay, so this is AB. Let's say this is C point, this is D point. So what we have to do over here is find the area of the square ABCD. So if whatever side we assume, we can calculate it, a square of that would be the answer. So they always make a difficult option also out, and none of the other option is correct. So that's also a difficult option I see. Anyhow, so we could have done like this. Let's say if I drop a perpendicular out here. No, this is center. Let's say this is already 90. This is what, 5. This will also be what, 90. So if you look, let me name this as center C1, and over here C2. This is also 90. So this is 5. 90 over here also. So basically we can say that C1P over here, and let me name some point E over here. So C1PEQ is actually a square, right? So if you look in this square of dimension 5, QP is a diagonal, correct? Same if I go with PC2RE, that is also a square with the dimension 5, and PR is also what? The diagonal. So you can understand that QP and PR, they are both equal. So QPR is becoming an isosceles triangle. And in the isosceles triangle, I'm dropping a perpendicular from the vertex where the equal sides are meeting, that is P. So I can understand that QE length would be same as ER length. So let's see how we are going to figure out the answer now. So you can understand one thing out here. E is a midpoint of QR. So if I assume AE to be, let's say A, this will also, EB would also be A. So 2A is the side of the square. So if I do a square of it, that would be my answer. So we need to calculate the value of A out here. So let's understand out here. If I use another color, let me do that. Let's say from center, if I join with the point D. So let's understand this much would be what, let me use some other letter OS, DF, let's say. So you know that C1P is 5, right? If I subtract this much length, let me draw with a green color out here, which is A. So can I say this length, if I see DF, right, it would have been nothing but 5 minus A. So I'm just drawing the figure out here so it's more easier for you. So we had this right angle triangle C1DF. So this comes out to be 5 minus A. This is what the radius of the circle, which is 5. So what is C1F? Let's calculate and then we can figure out the answer. So C1F, if you look over here, see this length would be nothing but it's a square. So AB would be same as DA, that is 2A now. So FQ will also be what, 2A. So what do I get? This is 5 minus 2A. Now you can make a Pythagoras out here to get the answer. So 5 minus A whole square plus 5 minus 2A whole square is equal to what? 5 square. So they generally use a triplet 3, 4, 5. So 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square could be a possibility. And if you look over here, we could have kept A as 1. So this will become what? 4 square. Otherwise, you have to make a quadratic and get the value of A. So 4 square, this would have been 3 square, which is satisfying. And when we do this, one of the option matches also. So the answers are what? A, none of the other option is correct. So we are able to figure out the answer 4 out here. We could have looked forward to mark option B out here. So it was a slightly difficult problem on the circle part given by the XAT. So 4 should be the right answer. So just let us know what is your answer which you're having. This is a data sufficiency problem. So you would have done the number system. So 44 you had. So it should be divisible by 4 and 11. So uh, for 4, we look at the last two digits. So we had Y4. So last two digits should be divisible by 4. So what all values can we have of Y over here? So yes, we can have 0. We can have what? 24. In that case also, yes. We can have what? 44, 64, 84, right? So these are the possibilities we have. So still I have not used any additional information over here. We are just using the first statement out here. Now for the number to be divisible by 11, you know the diversity rule. Sum of the digits at the odd places minus sum of the digits at the even place, we could do it, right? So 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 7. So 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 6 plus 4, that is 22. Minus what we could do is y plus x plus 3. So this is what I get, and this should be a multiple of 3. So what do I have is 19 minus x plus y. So the only solution out here for x plus y seems to be as 8 because this number should be divisible by 11. And we cannot make this sum as 19, otherwise the difference would have been 0. The maximum I can put x as a single digit number is 9 and y also 9. So the maximum could have been 18. Anyhow, y is what, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So x plus y is 8. So if I look at the solutions out here, so if this is 0, this is 8. If this is 2, this is 6, 4, 2, and 0. So we have multiple solutions out here. So of course, we have to look at the additional information out here. So it was, again, I would say, a doable one in the XAT paper. So there were some sitters out there in the XAT paper. So it was not nothing could be done in the paper. Yeah, you have to definitely do the selection rightly. So they're saying consider the additional information, that is first is what x and y are even numbers. So if you use the statement one, so there are still, I have a lot of solutions out here. So one alone will not give me the answer uniquely. So you could rule out option A. You can rule out option B. So this is also the way you could look forward to do it, right? So now C, D, and E are left out. So combining will do once we check out 2 only, right? So let's first do 2 only. So x and y are equal. So I see only one solution out here. That is y is 4 and x is also 4. So the moment I use 2 only, it is giving me the answer. So I can look forward to mark D option, and the other C and E will definitely not be the answer in that scenario. So the correct answer is D for Delhi. So just check out all the answers from the videos which we're going to upload on the channel Cat2 by Manoj Mahajan. And do let us know whether your answers are matching or not. And of course, the key to score in the QADI was you should have selected the uh, easy ones, which could have been done in the XAT paper, and maybe uh, one DI set also, uh, which could have been done in the XAT paper. So do join the Cat2 information group so that you receive the free material, latest information and motivational stuff, and also join the discussion group so that you can ask your doubts also. And secondly, we would love to guide you for the B school process. Make sure that you do watch the other parts in this series, and make sure that you like, comment, and share with these aspirants. Thank you so much.